Evan Narani rolling us into the weekend with good news all around.
I agree. It is going to be a gorgeous weekend. The first heat wave of the summer season that we're talking about. And we say heat wave because we've got a heat advisory and excessive heat warning in effect. So not necessarily blowing it out of proportion because this is going to be a very hot one, especially off toward East County. Close you are to the coast, the less you're going to notice that heat. If you are going to be at the coast, you'll be getting some relief from that heat. 2 to 4 foot waves out there. Water temperature 65 degrees, still on the colder side, I'd say, but risk of rip currents is at least moderate. It was low earlier this week. It's climbing to moderate. There's a chance that we'll start to see an increase in that wave height going into the beginning of next week toward about that 3 to 5 foot range. And remember, UV index extreme out there. Sunscreen and reapplying is something you should keep in mind. All right, when we compare yesterday's high temperatures to today, yesterday is the orange line, today is the yellow line. You'll notice that today's high temperatures have absolutely beaten yesterday. So Ramona peaked yesterday at about 84 degrees. Today we peaked at 92 in Ramona. And that just goes to show how that ridge of high pressure is slowly expanding overhead, giving us warmer and warmer temperatures and a quicker clearing of that marine layer. So that marine layer will still be with us into early tomorrow morning. Clouds will start to pull back by the mid-morning, and then that heat is really going to start to be felt the farther east you go. You see that heat advisory and excessive heat warning scattered all the way across the state of California, moving into even western Arizona, up into southern Oregon. Covers quite a bit of ground, including here in San Diego, where we've got the heat advisory for your mountains, excessive heat warning for the desert. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3-day stretch that we're going to have that heat in place, 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal. So tomorrow's highs are going to be in the upper 60s and even low 70s in Encinitas, for example. Del Mar, 70 degrees, San Diego 74, and then you'll start to see the 80s come into play as you head toward your western valleys. 87 for Escondido. You move farther east and you start to see that climb into the 90s. Ramona 92, Valley Center 90, Julian 94 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Julian. So here's that 8-day forecast. Quick look at it. You can see how along the coast you're consistent in the 70s, cooling down to the low 70s by the late portion of next week. Inland, we've got a peak of 90 degrees tomorrow, cooling down to the upper 80s just in time for your 4th of July. And then across your mountains and deserts, a pretty similar scene out there. Stretch of 90s. By 4th of July, we're down to 90 flat, cooling down to the 80s beyond that. Deserts just plain hot. There are some indications that Sunday could beat 116 and head toward about 118. Depends on which model you're looking at. And then we all cool down as we head into Tuesday and beyond.